Hello, this is Gal Messinger, the owner of Solar Messenger. This is the third part of a six-part presentation of how we designed the perfect solar system for you. So we already discussed getting the information from you and creating your preliminary design. And this step is very crucial because you're involved here. And we are going to create a design review with you. And of course, you can skip it and just tell us to do whatever we like, but we do prefer to actually talk to people more and be engaging them in all the process of our design, especially from their point of view of what they want to do. So in this design review, we're going to present to you four things: basically the technology of the inverter, the solar panels, the location on your roof or ground mount, and also if you need the batteries. And this is going to make sure that we are going to create a good final design later on. So this is step 2 here. Usually this is a short to medium span meeting, usually done on Zoom, but it can be also phone call or in person, up to you, 20 to 50 to 40 minutes. So this step number 2 is very crucial because from here on, we're going to finalize your system. Now, as we said before, this meeting can be in our office, in your home, face-to-face, or on Zoom, as you wish. And usually we're very flexible with timing, including evenings and weekends. We're going to discuss with you many things, and we would like to get your feedback. For example, the final array location on your roof. For instance, you may want it on one part of the roof and leaving the rest of the roof for future expansion. But maybe you'd say it's not aesthetic for us. We want enough for us. We want to put it in the center of the roof, etc. So this is very important. The array size, including options for oversizing. So we can actually recommend you to start with an oversized array or not, depending on your needs. If you live in a house as a retired couple and your needs are going to reduce themselves, we won't recommend you that. But if you're living in a house and you want to buy an electric car, exactly the same situation, we're going to tell you that maybe you should start with oversized roof. Solar panels type and appearance, because the cost of the solar panels is also related to their appearance. It's very important. And the type, of course, the warranty is going to be discussed as well. Inverter options. Would you take just simple string inverter if it's a small cottage somewhere with the same lighting and you don't really have any issues? Or you want string inverters, or you want to have optimizers. So microinverters are an option because it's on each solar panel. Optimizers are also on each solar panel, while string inverters are not. We have to always discuss this with you and show you everything. So all these technologies are important. The location of your connection, usually it's in the garage or the side of the house. We can recommend you maybe to put an electric box there, like I did in my own house, because I actually, when I designed my own solar system, I made sure I can connect electric cars later on the same panel. It can save you thousands of dollars later on. Future expansion, as we said, it's EVs are one, but also heat pumps. Very important to discuss with you your intent to move more into electrical than using gas. Batteries, usually in Ontario, they're used for backup because we have a good grid, relatively stable. Very rarely we had any issues. But some people want it as backup. If you have an off-grid system, definitely the batteries are going to be a huge discussion because that basically constitutes the resilience of your system. Pricing options, because of all of what you see on top here, you'll get different pricing for the system. And I believe in complete transparency, fairness, and being basically completely honest. I know maybe it sounds against making a lot of money, but I really, really believe in what I'm doing. I really love it. And I prefer to give you a fair price and tell you what you get instead of trying to sell you something. So I think that is a very important part of the process to give you the options. For instance, you choose cheap inverter, and I'll tell you, okay, that has only 10 years of warranty, and in 10 years you may need to replace it, and then you have to buy a new one. So 2 inverters are more than buying one better warranted inverter. So this is a good example. Return on investment, this is the most crucial part of our reporting. We're going to estimate according to your bills and according to how much you paid for the system, what is the return on investment with the current incentives and bills on average house is between 6 to 8 years. I would say, let's say, take 7 years. Your warranty on the system is between 25 to 30 years on a good system, let's say 27 years. So you pay your system in 7 years, and then you have 20 years of absolute free electricity. So that's the huge advantage. I calculated in my system, on my house, I would save between $80,000 to $100,000 with the current consumption I have, net money, after I finish paying for my system. That's a lot of money. And probably if I'll go and buy an EV and change my furnace to a heat pump, I'll probably save about $120,000, $140,000 in the lifespan of the system. So this is not rocket science. This is just basic math. The technologies, as I said, and that's maybe more explaining this, the technologies are, just to make it more visual for you, you can have an inverter, which is a string inverter, the simple one. You can have microinverters, which are a small version of this under each solar panel. They have advantages of being more robust, and if they fail, it's not the whole system. They're a bit more expensive. And also, if you replace them, you probably need to go on the roof. On the other hand, the string, if they have to replace a string inverter, it's a more expensive thing to do. But the good thing is that warranties are covering both. Optimizer is in between the two. It's on each solar panel, you've got a little dongle, which is optimizing the consumption in a DC, direct current phase of the system. And all of those technologies have good monitoring systems, so you can see what's going on. Solar panels, as we mentioned, these black things on the roof, can be different types, and the amount of them, the size, the amount meaning how small or big they are. If you can put a lot of small ones or fewer big ones, the size, the manufacturer, and there's more things that input you, like the aesthetics, the warranty. A location, as you can see, this is on a roof which is angled. It's a classic location for solar panels. And again, you can put on the roof and on the ground. We can also need to know and discuss with you on this design review where we put the electric panel and the inverter. Battery options, again, we have to discuss this with you if you want them. As I said, most customers in the GTA and in Canada don't need them. But if you live in an area like in rural areas that you have a lot of outages, that could be an option. Again, if it's an off-grid system, it's a different story. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed it. And you can keep going with the fourth presentation. Thank you very much.